Hey everyone, welcome to my channel today. Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing a zucchini and mushroom noodle soup. So what you need for that is here I have mushrooms, zucchini, a little bit of white pepper. You'll need green onions. This here is cilantro. Here I have some white onion, a half a white onion. Right here I have some garlic and ginger. You'll need a bit of turmeric. And over here we have fish sauce, toasted sesame seed oil, beef flavored broth. Here I have some Hong Kong style pan fried noodles. I'll probably only use half of this. And here I'm using lamb hot pot meat. Now for this recipe you can use any kind of meat that you like. You can use beef, you can have it sliced, you can use chicken, turkey, fish, or you don't have to use any meat at all. You can use tofu, or you can just stick with the mushrooms and maybe add more or different kinds of mushrooms. So I will be back. We're going to get started with this and just back. So I'm going to actually start off by making my broth. So I'm going to flavor that up. Right here I have a pan heating up with olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and throw my onions in here. Okay. And this you're just kind of heating it up so that it just softens up a bit and releases those flavors, so you don't have such a bitter flavor from the raw onion. Okay, so you're going to let that cook just for a few minutes, not very long at all. Okay. And so right here I have 2 cloves, a cinnamon stick, and 2 bay leaves. So I'm going to actually go ahead and throw that in there, just to let it toast up with those onions a little bit. Back. So my broth has been simmering for a little bit. What I did was I also just added in some turmeric, which gives it a nice golden brown color. I took out our cinnamon, bay leaves, and cloves. And now at this point, I'm going to add our vegetables. So we're going to put the zucchini in there. I'm going to throw in our mushrooms. Okay, and notice I have not added any salt yet. I will add some, but I'm going to actually add that at the end. I want to make sure I get all these flavors in there and incorporate it good before I add any kind of salt. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take some of our fish sauce. Okay, so I'm just going to get about a teaspoon of that. Keep in mind, if you haven't used fish sauce is kind of salty. So you want to be very careful if you're trying to watch your salts. But it does give an excellent flavor to the dish. And I'm going to put about a teaspoon here of a toasted sesame oil. Okay. And again, this is a very strong flavor, so you don't want to overdo it. And remember, you can always put in, but you can't take out. So I'm going to add those. And then right now I'm going to add a little bit of my green onion. Okay, so this is going to simmer for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add my meat and my noodles into this. Okay, I'm back, guys. So my soup has been simmering for a few minutes. So at this point, my vegetables still have a bite in them. And with this soup, it's important, if you can, to not overcook the vegetables. For me, I like a little bit of a bite, so I don't want to cook these for too long, but I want them to sit in there long enough to absorb the flavor and get a little tender, but I still like a little bite. So if you want more bite, if that's your preference, you want to cook these for longer until they're more softened. But for now, I'm going to enter in my last stage of cooking, so I'm going to add in my noodles. Okay, I'm going to throw those in there. And again, I have my lamb hot pot meat, which I have actually went ahead and I cut it up so that it can go in there and into little small pieces. Okay, so I'm going to throw this in here. And again, remember, you can use any meat you like. If you don't like lamb or red meat, you can do chicken, you can do turkey, whatever you prefer, or like I said, tofu. That's perfectly fine, whatever you prefer. This is really about the broth and the flavoring of the broth, and whatever meat you do add, it just adds to that flavor. Okay, so I'm going to let this go for approximately 5 to 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to take this off and I am going to serve this. I will be back. Oh, another thing, actually, this is the point you want to taste for seasonings. If you want more salt, add more salt. I'm going to actually add just a little bit, about a tablespoon of I'm using pink Himalayan superfine salt, and this is good because this is a lower sodium salt, but it brings out that flavor. So I will be back and plate this up for you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so here you go. Here you have it. You have your zucchini and mushroom noodle soup. I've garnished on top of there a little bit of lime, a little bit more green onions, and cilantro. Alright guys, I hope you guys truly enjoy this recipe. It is extremely easy to make and it tastes absolutely delicious. Enjoy.